the fully loaded festival coming to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium right here in Canton, Ohio. Bert Kreischer's tour. It is amazing, and it is going to be here, and we have the pleasure of talking. Bert Kreischer joining the show this morning for a few minutes. Bert, good morning. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here in Canton. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I started to cleanse last night to get ready for this tour.
Okay.
We partied really hard on this tour. And so I was up all night sweating, getting all my impurities out last night. So I'm getting ready.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So you're getting ready. The tour is getting ready to kick off, like you said. So now you're physically getting ready. This thing is going to be going around. What can everyone in Canton expect when they show up to this festival coming up here this month? Because I know everyone here in Canton is so excited that you're coming. But what are they going to get from you and all your friends when they show up?
Well, here's the thing. This festival is, everyone watched the Tom Brady roast, which,
yes.
I was on. And everyone, I think the biggest thing, they were like, it was 3 hours long. I didn't think I would like it for 3 hours. And that is exactly what this festival is. I'm bringing the best comics in the country out on the road with me. We do it for ourselves selfishly because it's like summer camp. We have activities. We're going to the Hall of Fame, I think, that day. We have activities planned all day for us. And then we put on like a 4-hour show at an arena or at an amphitheater. And it is bananas. Big J. Okerson, Whitney Cummings, Mark Norman, Chad. I don't know what list is with me because we switch them out.
Yeah.
But like legit, we have so much fun that last year they almost put me in rehab. I mean, we have that much fun.
Well, speaking of, all of your friends that you're bringing with you at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, June 20th here in Canton, you'll have Adam Ray, Big J. Okerson, Cypher Sounds, Dan Soder, Joe DeRosa, Tony Hinchcliffe, Whitney Cummings. I mean, the lineup doesn't get any better than that. And that's kind of where my question comes in. Like, how do you do this? How do you get some of these amazing names to join you on the road and be like, guys, we're going. Who's coming? Is it like that? Or, how does this work?
I'll tell you what's crazy is it really is family. Like these are people I've known longer than the guys I grew up with in high school. I mean, these are like friends of mine, brothers and sisters. Whitney Cummings is like an aunt to my sisters, my daughters. My daughters come out on tour with us. My wife comes out on tour. And I think, the toughest part about this is usually there's someone who's like red hot right as we go out. Like someone just popped and no one wants to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, it's Tony Hinchcliffe. He destroyed on the roast.
He did.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone's like, all right, so where's Tony going in the lineup? So usually Tony will go right before me. I go last. And it really is spacing out great comics so that everyone crushes. Everyone does 20 minutes. Everyone does their A-list material. Everyone murders. We have musical guests that show up out of nowhere all the time. So we keep it light and loose. This year, where my wife and I are going to try to sing a duet in the intermission.
Okay.
John Prine's song, In Spite of Ourselves. I posted it online. It's the funniest song. But it's loose. It's fun. It feels organic. It's what comedy really is. It's not staged. It's not rehearsed. It's wild, man.
That's got to be a crazy time too. Like all of you guys together, like everybody's funny. Everybody's got this great personality, large personalities, things like that. I can only imagine what it's like after the show. I mean, it's got to be nuts.
Actually, the best compliment I ever got. So like we all wake up at like 10 in the morning. We all go in, we have catering and we have breakfast, and it is all the comics all sitting at a table, all busting balls for like an hour and a half. Last year, my daughter Georgia was with us, and my daughters have been around comedy, but not as immersed as they are when they go out on tour with us. And my daughter everyone gets up. We're all going to go eat mushrooms and go float down a river on inner tubes. And my daughter Georgia looks at me after breakfast. She goes, "This is amazing." And I said, "What?" She goes, "This is the funniest people in the world, and you guys all don't stop being funny." And I went, "Yeah." And she looks at me and goes, "No wonder you never came home."
I mean, too busy laughing. I mean,
right.
No, but you talk about that. Like you look at all these, like you like the comedy version of all these music festivals that are here every year. Like we give away tickets, some of them, like Sonic Temple and things like that. Incarceration. But like you've come up with the comedy version of like a summer music festival. I mean, is it cool to sit back and think and look at it and be like, wow, like me and my friends, look what we've made. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. I'll tell you what. I mean, this is candid. I think anyone that's listening to the show that knows me knows I definitely overshare. But last year we opened it up at Forest Hills at the tennis stadium, and it was sold out. It was amazing. And Shane Gillis came up to me and he was like, "This is overwhelming." He goes, "Can you believe you did this?"
Right.
And I was like, "No, I actually can't." And he goes, "Why did you do this?" And I said candidly, I feel like if I didn't create this festival, I wouldn't have been invited. so, and I'm just lucky enough to have great relationships with the best comics in the world. And I get them to do this. They're all doing it just out of their love of comedy and being around other comics. And I'm shooting my special for Netflix in July. So I'm gearing up for the special. Right now, I'm road tripping across the country in my tour bus, hitting clubs, doing 2 shows a night, getting ready for the special. And the best part is, like, all the comics will watch my show. They'll punch up my jokes. They'll help me get my hour ready. It really is family. And you know, I grew up in that time when Horde Fest and Lilith Fair and Lollapalooza was around. That's when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought those festivals were so sexy. Great way to see things you've never seen. Going, I love Jane's Addiction, but I want to meet other bands. And then you walk away and you're like, who is Rage Against the Machine?
Right.
Well, that's what this festival provides. If you're familiar with me, then trust me that I will bring you people you've never seen where you walk away and you go, Dan Soder is the man. Dan Soder's new specials on YouTube. If you're unfamiliar with any of those comics, Google any of them. Listen to any of their podcasts, and you will walk away with, and how cool is it? And the coolest thing you can get in life is to become a fan of something new and go like, oh, I want to deep dive it. I want to get into it. And these are all talented individuals who will give you hours of joy. That's all they do. All they do every day, wake up and think, how do I make someone laugh today? It's the most brilliant job in the world.
And God knows we need it these days. So it's really cool what you do. I wanted to talk for a second while we had you. I really, in the last year, gotten into like your podcast and your show on YouTube. And the two that stick out to me the most, I really, really enjoyed. One, because I'm a fan of them, but also was anytime you talk to Jelly Roll, but the one you did was Shinedown. Man, that was you have a way of hosting of doing that show, Bert, that is so personable. Like it really is. Like you're just sitting around watching these guys talk, but you just get immersed in it. And it was such a real and just honest, just sit down with you and them and the music and talking about life and things you have with all your guests. And it's really, really, I really do. And I truly enjoy watching, and it's really good how you do it. And it's just a great, great show.
Well, thank you. I think the connective tissue is like, I'm a pretty real person. You know, I'm married. I have 2 kids. I've talked about everything I ever deal with: anxiety, OCD, drinking. I talk about it openly to everyone. And I think people forget guys like Brent and Zach are real people also.
Right.
And I know that there's all the celebrities shined off on me because I know these guys. And I think you get into these real conversations about their struggles and you know, Brent doesn't have a house.
Right.
And he just travels from place to place, hotel to hotel. And Zach's got 2 kids and he's a Grizzlies fan and he loves to barbecue. And like, I think when you whittle down, like Jelly's one of my best friends. And when Jelly shares his struggle with his weight loss, and he did our 5K and it was the first time he'd ever walked further than a mile, and he shares that with people, I think people identify with that struggle. I think there's dudes and women sitting on a couch going, man, I don't know if I could do a 5K. And when Jelly shares like that, and I think, you know, look, when you have intimate relationships with these people, they overshare on these podcasts. And I think that's what people like. I hope that is. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I cried pretty aggressively on that shot.
Everyone cried on that.
But
one.
I love that because it shows that human side and that you're vulnerable too. You know, you've got this funny side, and yes, you can go out and you can kill it on stage, and everybody can have a good time. But at the end of the day, too, you're just like everybody else. You know, you're not unlike, you know, the guys from Shinedown or like Jelly Roll or, you know, whatever. I think that's why it works.
And I think that's the connection fans have with you because they can connect. And when people, like you said,
it's the connection. It's the same. It's adjacent to the connection you guys have with your fans is, listen, comedy is really approachable. We share everything on stage. And I think that's the connective tissue with us and our fans is people go, oh, that's what I'm going through. I have 2 stupid kids that I'm shocked they got into college. Like, and I think, that's the beauty of comedy. I think comedy's gotten so big right now that I'm just lucky to have been a part of it. I feel like I was a part of the gold rush, and I don't know if I found gold, but I learned how to make Levi's,
On a real quick, one more on that. On a personal note, though, just as his friend, how happy were you for Jelly Roll in that 5K and to see what he's done already?
Buddy, there was a moment, me, Bunny, Leanne, and Jelly were holding hands and we crossed the finish line. And Bunny looked at me and said, we were all crying because it was a real accomplishment for Jelly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And she said, you changed his life. And Jelly looked at me sobbing, crying. He said, we're not done with this. I was like, what? And he goes, we're doing a half marathon together. I was like, buddy, that's the endorphins talking. Let's hold off.
Let's all just relax.
Slow down.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
No, it really is. It's just fantastic. It's great to see. And congratulations on all the success you've had. We're looking forward. Fully Loaded Festival, man. FullyLoadedFestival.com to get your tickets. You're going to be doing it at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. I'm sure you guys are pumped for that.
Oh, everyone's so excited. I mean, I got Gillis was calling me. He's like, yo, can I hop on that date? And I'm like, and you get so packed. You get our tour buses. We have 7 tour buses and they are slam packed with everyone. And the best part, and I can't ever announce this, but I'm good friends with a lot of the musicians out there, as you know, and all of them are reaching out right now going, yo, I'm on tour. I got a day off. Can I come out and just hang and just party with you guys? And that's the beauty. I mean, any of those people you see on my podcast, everyone's reached out, coming to hop out on a date. And we did it. Jelly did it last year. He just showed up and he's like, yo, can I play some of my songs? And we were like, absolutely.
Right.
This is right before he popped too. Right as he was popping, and the place went bananas. I mean, Nate Bargatze hit me up last year. He's like, yo, I gotta be on one of these dates. And I was like, I won't announce it because that's the fun.
Right.
Bringing out a surprise guest. We did that with Gillis on a couple shows last year. And that's the fun of it. And it really is. I'm really looking forward to it because for me, it's summer camp.
Yeah,
Right.
I can imagine. Yeah,
Right.
like a really fun, amped up, cool summer camp.
But I like that, though, Bert, because besides coming out and seeing this amazing night of comedy, you're not saying for sure, but you never know who might walk out on stage.
You never know. All I'll tell you is Yellow Springs is real close.
I see what you did there.
No, I can't say that. Everyone has to know I'm reaching out to Dave. And
Of course.
I think he's in Africa right now, but so I haven't got the text back.
But it is close. So you have a very good point.
Yeah, proximity wise.
Just know that I'll be hammering him up until the day of the whole time going, come on, Dave.
Yeah.
It's right up the road. What are you doing? Oh, man.
Yeah, well, listen, Dave's the best guy in the world. And I know for a fact if Dave ever had the time off, he's the kind of guy that would probably just come and hang.
Yeah.
He's the sweetest. He is, when you meet your celebrities, he is everything you want him to be. The sweetest, most genuine, generous, loving family man. Like, his kids are always around him. His wife's always with him. Like, he's the GOAT, man. He's my GOAT. I love that guy to death.
It's awesome. Bert, what a conversation, man. We can't thank you enough for spending time with us in Canton this morning. And we're looking forward to it, man. Fully Loaded Festival to get your tickets. And it's going to be a great day. And we can't wait for you guys to be in Canton.
I can't wait. I hope to see you guys out at the show. Come backstage, have a beer with us, get to know everyone. And that's the joy of this, is it's real accessible. We want all you guys that have helped us, reach out to the fans, to come back and enjoy the show with us.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Man.
Well, thank you so much, Bert. We appreciate you.
Enjoy your day, man.
Thank you guys. Have a great day.